Good afternoon, and welcome to Pakistan Today News from our New York studio. I'm Chris Taylor. U.S. President Donald Trump has said the United States would escort ships through the Strait of Hormuz if necessary, as tensions with Iran continue to escalate. In an interview with Fox News, President Trump warned that Washington plans to hit Iran very hard over the next week. When asked about protecting oil tankers passing through the vital shipping route, the U.S. president said authorities would act if needed, but did not provide further operational details. The remarks come as the Strait of Hormuz, a crucial passageway for global oil shipments, faces increasing security concerns amid the growing conflict between Iran, the United States, and Israel. Meanwhile, Iran has launched a fresh wave of missile strikes toward Israel, according to Iranian state television. Media reports described the attack as targeting what they called the occupied territories, though no details have yet been released regarding casualties or the extent of damage. The missile launches represent another escalation in the ongoing Middle East conflict, which intensified after joint U.S.-Israeli strikes on Iranian targets. Both sides have continued exchanging fire in recent days, raising fears of a broader regional confrontation. NATO has also confirmed that its air defense systems intercepted a third ballistic missile fired from Iran toward Turkey. The missile was shot down by NATO systems deployed in the eastern Mediterranean before it could threaten Turkish territory. Officials say the interception followed two earlier incidents this month, in which Iranian missiles were also neutralized before reaching Turkish airspace. The repeated interceptions have prompted Turkish authorities to seek clarification from Tehran as concerns grow about the spillover effects of the wider Middle East conflict. Iran's government has also issued a stern warning directed at the United States and Israel. Foreign Ministry spokesman Esmail Baqai said Tehran would deliver what he called an unforgettable lesson to both countries. He stated that Iran cannot accept repeated calls for dialogue or ceasefire discussions while attacks on its territory continue. According to Baqai, Iranian armed forces remain fully prepared and determined to respond to what the government describes as ongoing aggression. At least one person has been killed in an explosion near a pro-government rally in Tehran, according to Iran's state news agency, IRNA. The rally had been organized in support of the Palestinian cause when the blast occurred, disrupting the gathering and triggering a security response. Authorities have not yet released further details about the cause of the explosion. Earlier reports indicated that the Israeli military had warned civilians to evacuate two areas in central Tehran located close to the rally site. For more on the situation, we now go to our correspondent James Wood in London for additional analysis on the rapidly developing conflict.
The ongoing confrontation between Iran, Israel, and the United States is creating growing concern among international observers. Analysts say the continued exchange of missile strikes and military operations risks widening the conflict across the region. Global markets are also closely watching developments because of the potential impact on oil supplies and maritime routes, such as the Strait of Hormuz. Diplomatic efforts are continuing behind the scenes, but divisions among major powers are making a coordinated response increasingly difficult. For now, the situation remains highly volatile, with fears that further escalation could involve additional regional actors.
Thank you, James. Iran has also released new casualty figures related to the ongoing conflict. According to Iran's health ministry, at least 1,444 people have been killed and more than 18,500 injured in U.S.-Israeli attacks on Iran since February 28th. The figures, cited by Al Jazeera, reflect the heavy bombardment that followed joint military strikes by the United States and Israel. Iranian authorities say both civilians and infrastructure have been affected as the fighting continues across multiple cities. And finally, Germany has signaled that it does not intend to become involved in the military aspects of the conflict. German leader Friedrich Merz said Berlin sees no reason to provide military protection for ships traveling through the Strait of Hormuz. Speaking during a visit to Norway, Merz emphasized that Germany does not wish to become part of the ongoing war involving Iran. His remarks reflect growing caution among European governments as tensions in the Middle East continue to rise and disruptions to global energy routes become an increasing concern. That's all for now. You're watching Pakistan Today News. I'm Chris Taylor.